Hi, how to apply for masters in social work in the UK and ace it. So I'll be honest with you. I applied to several schools and I was rejected by many. I don't know why. I think I eventually figured out the reason why. Your statement of purpose is very, very, very important. How you write it matters, you know. There's a lot of reflection, reflective writing in social work, and for me, I think for you when you're writing your statement of purpose, it needs to be reflective because I compared the first statement of purpose that I wrote to the last one that I wrote that eventually got me several admission offers, and then I can see the difference, you know, and telling my story about how I was a carer for my dad, my mom, my brother, and then my experiences on the field working with children with learning disabilities and all of those things. You know, the way it's not like I didn't write the same thing, but the way I wrote it, you know, it just changed the dynamics of the whole thing, and it needs to be relatable. It needs to you need to sell yourself and be able to show emotions and be able to you know, maybe one of these days I'm going to read out my statement of purpose and you see the two and you'll be able to see the difference between the two. So basically that's just one of the things. But then the other thing is the fact that you need to have field experience. What I mean is that either you volunteered somewhere or you have worked in social care, you know, all of those things. They need to know that you have actually walked the talk, that you have walked the walk, you've done things in line with social work. So for me, I had worked with youths, I had gone on public speaking experiences, but apart from that, that was even an aside, working with you know, with children, with children with learning disabilities in Nigeria, just volunteering with my fellowship then, and then working with young ladies and proud to be me, working with women in fashion NGO, you know, all of those things. So and the truth is that what I said is that whatever opportunities that you have right now, excuse me, you never know when it's going to be useful for you. So all of those opportunities came. I served, you know, as a vice president and president at the African Fashion and Development and Empowerment Center for Women, and you know, training women, teaching women leadership, you know, empowering them and all of those things. I didn't know that the future that I was going to find myself in was that I would want to study social work, and social work would need me to provide evidences that I had volunteered or that I had worked in the, you know, in the caring sector. And you know, it was the children in need home and the Havdex Center that had to write me a reference letter that I submitted for my social work. So that's very key. You need field experience to be able to ace your social work admission. And then the third thing that you would need, you know, for your social work admission is for you to be prepared. So that when you have the assessment, you know you know why you're going for it. You're not just doing it just because it's part of the shortage occupation list, which is a good thing. At least you're guaranteed a job. But then the other thing that you need to make sure that you do is the fact that, sorry about that, somebody just opened the door. So you have to be prepared for the interview, the assessment interview. And because there are a lot of questions will be asked around as your resilience as a person, and it will stem from your experience. And I remember, you know, being asked what is the most resilient thing that I've had to do under a very stressful condition. And I remember being a banker. Yes, I was a banker for 10 years, and I transitioned. Now I'm transitioning to social work, and I remember, you know, in the last few months before leaving banking, a lot of people in my team were resigning in droves, and it was just myself and my supervisor left, and I had to do the work of like 4 people, the work of about 3 people at the same time, and it wasn't funny with pregnancy, you know. And I remember at some point, ordinarily my work pool should not have more than, let's say, maybe even maximum 7 or 8 jobs, maybe back and forth stuff. But at some point I had 40, yeah, on my queue, and I had to see it through. So that's resilience. So you need to be ready. And I think with these you should be able to ace your social work interview. Let me know if you have any further questions. Drop your comments in the comment section. See you next time. Bye.